Oh, it's 7 o'clock right here on Be Exposed Radio Network, and you're listening to the Talk Lately show live and direct on a Wednesday night. It's Hump Day. Oh, I don't know how to do that commercial. Hump Day. Yes, it's the middle of the week and day number 9 of the shutdown. We got a lot of things to go over tonight. I have been planning this show for approximately 9.5 hours. Yeah. 9 hours ago would have been what? Like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. I've been planning this show all day long, so I want to talk to you. The government shutdown continues. This is day 9, and we have less than 8 days now to the default on everything. Then I want to talk about Obamacare. I want to talk about Chris Brown, Kanye West, places. Okay, listen. I know it's not Thursday, and I usually do this on a Thursday show, but listen. Hold on, just listen. Places your penis should not be. Okay? It's places, that your penis should not be. And I'm going to tell you about this situation that happened overseas. I'll give you more on that a little bit later in the show. And more on that 9-year-old boy that basically tried to escape his family and found his way on a plane headed to Las Vegas. Lucky him, though. If he was only of age, all the gambling he could have did, the prostitutes he would have seen, but not at 9. But but that's just goes to show, okay, people are getting too relaxed at the TSA. People that do flight attendants, all of them, they're getting too relaxed. How did this young man get through the security checkpoints? See what I'm saying? How did he get through the security checkpoints? How did he get all the way onto a plane that he made it all the way to Las Vegas? It's like, I got more. I want to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay. The DC sniper, from 2002 is back. What? Somebody got to stop this show. It's too much. Oh, if you don't know about him and you weren't around, this over here is doing some weird stuff. Stuff is popping up. I haven't even touched it yet. I mean, come on. It's more sexual. Oh, so look. Oh, okay. I can talk for a little bit longer. Oh, then I have some stuff that I wanted to talk about too. Other stuff than that stuff, because that's. My script is down. I'm ready for this show today. It's going full force in this show tonight. Let's Talk, though, comes on tonight at 8 o'clock with Denard. I'm just going to say that one name for right now because Sharon won't be back for a while. I'll just leave it at that. If you want to talk to her about it, you ask her. Because I ain't got time. I'm busy. But let me get to the stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, it didn't come over yet? You being a little bit slut? A little bit selfish? Are you? Did I not email you? Oh, I did. Oh, I know what it was, though. The girl at Dunkin' Donuts, when I go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, and I was telling you that she don't smile, she don't make no facial expressions or nothing. I think she doesn't have any facial expressions. I don't think she has any muscles in her face. Because even when like the girl that works with her be playing with her, trying to make her laugh or something, she was still like, and it was a funny situation this morning, but she was still like, no. That's how her face was. They was like, here it was. She almost bumped into her. She was backing up, making my sweet tea. I got some nail. She was backing up, making my sweet tea. And when she backed up into the other girl. And the other girl was like, ooh. And everybody else bust out laughing in the line. But she was like, no. I was like, girl, if you don't get yourself a sense of humor. It was funny. All right, look, we got to take a break. When we come back, up next, I want to talk to you. The phone lines are going to be open, and we're going to talk about this shutdown. right here on BigExposedRadio.com.
I miss you too, Sade. Anyway, dear Wendy, my name is Thomas, and I was wondering if Woody could answer my problem because I need a man to handle this one for me. Well, Woody, I'm 27 years old, and I've been married for 3 years. We are great together, and we don't have any kids because I guess I wore too many tighty-whitey underwears because my little soldier ain't marching anymore. Damn. We've been trying everything to help me, but nothing is working. My wife and I want kids, but we don't want to adopt. My wife and I decided my wife and I decided on 2 things we should do, but I need your opinion, Woody, on which one is better than the other. Well, hold on. Well, the first is for my wife to go to a sperm bank and get pregnant that way. But I don't really like that idea, Woody. And the second choice is for my identical twin brother to donate his sperm to help us out. I would prefer the second choice because at least the baby would be my blood and not some stranger. What do you think, Woody? Well, dog.
What? Oh, why does Woody have a delay?
It takes time to warm up.
I know what you mean. How you doing?
How you doing?
I like the idea of the twin brother. Because with a sperm donor, you don't know what you're getting as far as family health history. And that includes mental health. You could be getting the sperm of an ex-murderer.
True.
Now, if there was no twin brother, if there was no brother at all, I would do the sperm donor. And I wish you well.
Why you gotta donate sperm? I can't do it the old-fashioned way.
He said if he was listening while Wendy was reading, that his soldier ain't marching no more.
I mean his brother soldier.
Soldiers, in other words, the sperms.
Right, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
the brother.
To go out on a date. And with the old-fashioned way.
Oh, he's so scandalous. I saw Charlie Wilson as he was leaving, honey. It's men's like that that got me in my divorce predicament. When my wife walked in on me and girl, we was listening to Outstanding. 11 years down my drain. Gulp. We was married for 11 years and 3 kids. That damn Charlie Wilson just coming out of the clock radio. We were listening to WBLS, as a matter of fact. And my wife arrived home unexpectedly from a visit to her mother's house with the 3 damn kids. And here she comes upstairs thinking she left the clock radio on my side of the bed. Just a little atmosphere music, you know, for me and Earl. True indeed, it was poor decision making to be getting it on in my marital bedroom, in my marital home. But I thought they were gone for the weekend. And they decided to double back.
What was you listening to?
We was listening to the Gap Band, honey. Then you go right here. And girl just a squealing. You know he's noisy. And here she go. Kids go downstairs. Standing at the door. Watching. The song does bring back memories of that day though, honey. The day I fell out of the closet.
I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys.
And girls. Alright. Even with all this sweetness, there are ladies who still love it. I don't much understand it, especially when you show them the writing on the wall. They're still thinking they're gonna switch you back to the right side. Don't nobody know how to please a man but another man. How you doing? Okay.
How you doing?
Gotta go. Bye.
Because I'm ready to party too. Let's get back to the damn news. All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. 716 right here on BeExposedRadio.com. You're listening to the Talk Lately show. We're here with you until 8 o'clock, where the Let's Talk show will take over where we left off. I don't know what they're going to talk about tonight, but I think Denard is coming in with a new co-host, a temporary co-host, to stand in for Sharon while she's out of the out on leave. Let's call it leave. Yeah. Okay. She's not out because of what little Mr. Seeds did. No, she's not alive. She's not. It's not. Just Mr. Seeds is. Okay. Not a lesbian, but, you know. Oh, gosh, somebody has to take this microphone from me. Anyway, in this segment, I said I'm going to stick to my script. I'm going to do it. And that's how it's going to work out. We're going to talk about the shutdown. You can text us here by texting 443-642-9403 if you have any questions or comments. Or you can call us. Our phone lines are open at this point. Yes, this is segment 1 of the show. That was rude. Excuse me. Our phone lines are open at 1-855-835-5857. Extension 1, by the way. Just to put that out there, if you want to call in and comment on anything that I'm talking about tonight. During the break, me and the new producer, Nora, was talking about the president and his power. It seems as though, with the government being shut down, why do we have a president? Not bashing our president because, hey, we're excited to have him. But with all of these branches being able to, I guess because I did my citizenship and all that kind of stuff. Not citizenship. Yeah, no, it was citizenship when you do it in school. And, you got to pass the citizenship test and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And all my history majors and stuff like that. I understand the legislative and, all those branches and stuff like that, the executive branch and all that kind of stuff of the government. I get it. But why? I think when we know we elect a president, he's supposed to be the commander in chief. Commander and chief, meaning I'm in charge. So I think for 4 years, what did my notes say? Whether we need to give them a chance. We need to give them a chance to succeed or fail. If they fail, they'll be gone in 4 years. You won't re-elect them. In their first 4 years, you could decide on whether you want to re-elect them and give them a chance to better what they did wrong or move on to someone else. That's your choice as the American people. But why do we have to go through all of this in between, these polls, all these approval ratings and all this other kind of stuff before we realize that my hands are being tied by a group of people on this side and a group of people on this side? I can't get anything done because of these groups of people. Now, if I was the only one up here making a decision, it would either be my decision or the highway. That spells freedom to me because you elected me to lead you. And hide and go. I mean, not in hide and go seek. What's one of those? What's a game that you have a leader in and you played as a child and only that one person could be it? If you're it until you tag somebody else to be it. Basically, it's lead by example. If we're going to have a leader, we need to be able to lead. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in this stalemate where you just told me you shut down my job. I can't do anything besides go to war. Who? What? I can still spend money on the military because they're not here. They're over there in Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, Guadeloupe, wherever they are, Egypt, all of these different places. But we over here in a crisis, but we still spending billions over there, even though the government shut down. How much sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense at all. Damn, I spent this whole break talking about this and I didn't ever get into my news. So sad. That's okay, because I got a whole fourth segment that I don't have anything in there to talk about, but everything else, recapping stuff on the show. So I can spend that time doing that. Anyway, look. See, it's only 30 seconds in this break before I have to go to break. My point is, we elected him for a reason. We elected all of our presidents for a reason, to give them a chance to run the government. If you were up for presidency and you were running for president, you would want the same thing. You would want to be able to, because when you run for president, you say you want to do all of these things, and then you get elected off of that, and then you're not able to do these things because you got these two parties that are fighting in this big giant room, making all these speeches all day long. I don't know how y'all could sit in that room all damn day and listen to somebody talk about Ronald McDonald and row your boat. I can't. Somebody actually said that on that mic. You 50-year-old bastard. Why would you get up there and talk about row your boat? I wish I could remember his name. I didn't write it down because he bored me to tears. But I find myself getting more and more interested in CNN. I watch it all day long. Not only because I need to watch it, because when the government opens, my other job can get funded. But I watch it because it's I think we all need to know what's going on. So that's why I started this, that I'm going to cover the shutdown and stuff like that. Because a lot of radio shows not in the urban community are not doing this. They're not talking about this. They're playing the hits and joking about the celebrities. And who the hell cares about the celebrities right now when the country might end? You know what I mean? All right, look, I have to take a break, though. When we come back, I'm going to get into the other stuff the real stuff that I had for the shutdown. I just wanted to give my opinion real quick because it's my show. Deal with it. We'll be back.
They are funny as hell on Let's Talk. Remember this?
The number is 1-855-835-5857 at extension 1, or you can text to 443-462-9500.
No. That's not the right number. You said that's not the right number.
Okay.
Are you dyslexic?
You can't transpose those numbers.
Excuse me?
Did he transpose them?
You can't transpose those numbers like that.
You can't.
Right.
You transposed them.
No, you did.
I didn't write it.
That says 0 or 13.
It don't say 462. It says 642.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, sir.
You can't transpose.
I do apologize.
It's not appropriate.
I do apologize.
It's what's in the cup, y'all. It's what's in the cup.
642. What's that?
9403.
9403. I do apologize. I do apologize. Wow. What you laughing at?
Because you trying to get me in trouble.
No, I'm not.
You are.
You gave it to me. There you go.
Thank you, Denari.
So what you got to say to that?
Check it out every Wednesday at 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Our sources say Paris, who currently receiving psychological help from UCLA Medical Center, has indeed felt bullied, but not by her schoolmates. Then who? Then who?
Catherine, Joe, they tried it. Auntie Janet, Latoya, Reedy, Tito, Janae, Marlon. They was mad because she has the nose that they had to pay for. You know it's the truth. Come on, man.
The girl is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She's everything that they had to pay for. They had
Them
to pay
eyes
for that
are mesmerizing. I can't take it. shout out to DDM. That was a great soundbite. He was a great guest that day. We had a blast in here. DDM. His Twitter handler is at DDM, by the way. What I wouldn't give for a caramel right now. I need something in my mouth. No, that's not what I meant. I'm getting ready to get my chew on in your ear. Hold on. Real hood. Wait till I get my crack going. Why am I breathing like that? Anyway, I'm sorry. I just like having a good time. The shutdown. I think I finished what I had to say about what I was talking about earlier, didn't I? No, I did. I finished with this. I think I don't think I have anything else on my chest. You know. Oh, wait a minute. Because I heard. All right. No, I didn't. I did. I forgot about this part right here. Because I heard several Republicans say we want to leave something for our grandkids, our kids and our grandkids at the expense of. I mean, I'm like, but isn't it at the expense of the people today? I understand. I mean, I'm with you on that. But if we can't survive today, there will definitely be nothing left for the kids and the grandkids. That's not an excuse for shutting down the government. That's not an excuse for not paying your bills. Because if you don't pay your bills, what are you teaching your grandkids and your kids? Not to pay their bills? That's how I see it. Who else isn't seeing it that way? And first of all, ask your grandkids and ask your kids. None of them care about anything that y'all doing over there. Because they think y'all all a bunch of assholes. Hey, I'm somebody's kid. And this is my generation that is getting ready to inherit offices and stuff like that. When he gets out of office, I'll be in my mid-30s. So, rightfully so, I could run for office if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's my generation right now that's getting ready to take over the next 12 years. Then it's then it's the next generation. You see what I'm saying? And right now, in my mindset, I'm not an old. Gosh, this is gonna be so disrespectful, but I'm not an old white gray-haired man that still lives in the 60s and the 50s and the 70s. I'm progressively looking towards the future. Not monetarily, but whether we're going to survive at all as a species. I just want people to realize that there's a lot more things that you could be doing with all of that money that goes through this damn government. It's irresponsible to try to act like you're doing this for your kids and your grandkids. It's irresponsible. Because everything that's earmarked for every area of the government is for the people. Now and the future. Right. Not just the grandkids and the kids. Because if they're not here because of what we did today, what's your point? What is your point? It's not. It's unacceptable. Anyway, because of the shutdown, thousands have started to apply for unemployment due to this furlough. Now, it's 11,000 people in D.C. has already applied, and 16,000 people in Maryland have applied. These benefits will have to be paid back upon you returning back to work, though. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. Oh, that's why. That's why I kept, felt like I was like 30 miles away from the mic. These benefits will have to be paid back after you get your back pay from when the furlough and the shutdown is over. You know what my feeling on that, though? It's 11,000, 16,000 people, and, well, it's a lot more people than that. That's just in D.C. and Maryland, the government employees that are here. But my feeling on that, okay, if they stay out of work for a month, if this is not over by next week, because I'm guesstimating that this might be over next week, and then they'll get the 6 weeks that they asked for the extension on the debt ceiling. If this is not over next week, there's going to be one pay period, because they get paid on the 15th and the 30th. The government employees get paid on the 15th and the 30th of the month, right, and the last day of the month. So that'll be one pay period. I say they should be able to keep their unemployment check as well as get that back pay for pain and suffering, because this is not their fault. I believe they should keep all of that money as for pain and suffering. No, I don't think that. Why would you ask me for my unemployment back when you did this to me? You forced me out. You came in one day, a day after midnight, after your midnight session, and said, well, you got 3 hours to leave. But see, the thing about me is that I would have been already gone. At midnight, at 12:01, when they said the government is shut down, I had already went and got my pictures. I already packed a little box. I would have already had my plane tickets to Tahiti. I would have went on vacation. I'm being furloughed. And then maybe I would have thought about it and been like, oh, well, let me go back home real quick just in case they open the government tomorrow. Just to hear them say, we're going to give you, we approve that they're going to give you your back pay. Then I would have went back to Tahiti and been still sitting on the beach today watching CNN.com live television, waiting for them to open the government back up. And that first day they would have said the government is back open, then I would have came back for work the next day. But I would have been well rested with a nice old golden tan. I would have been so good. I probably would have took an extra 3 days of my vacation time and stayed in Tahiti for a week. What are you talking about? Shutdown is over. Who cares? I'm in Tahiti. I'll be back when I'm finished. Now you got to wait on me. Because you did this to me. So you just don't. That's how I feel about it. All right. Moving on. I was watching, while I was watching CNN today. I love it. I didn't think I would like looking at political TV all day long. I am hooked. Yes, Europe said, Europe, of all people across the waters, Europe thinks the whole entire situation is a joke. Aren't you the same people that just had a problem with your euros and your money was all gone and you was borrowing money from different countries? How dare you? They said they were wondering if this is really how we run things over here. You would just get ready to go through bankruptcy too. They tried it. They forgot about themselves 3 months ago. Crime broke when the euro was plummeting. But I'm inclined to agree with them, though. Is this how we run? Is this how other countries see us? This is how you look at us? This is what we're presenting to the world, that we are unhinged. We're unhinged. The problem is that we got these people in power that just don't know what they're doing. And you put so much emphasis on people having their education, but it's people that are uneducated that are prospering just fine on a day-to-day basis. So who do you put the blame in when they have more money than somebody that went to an Ivy League college and graduated at the top of their class, was valedictorian? What do you put on that? How do you denounce somebody else that doesn't have an education, that made a living off of what you probably taught? You was taught in school. They learned from the streets. Jay-Z, for example. Oh, thank you. Anyway, we got to take a break. When we come back, I have more Obamacare. I'm going to talk about that up next, right here on Be Exposed Radio. You're listening to Talk Lately, and I am hilarious. Oh, we'll talk about myself. Oh, I am. We'll be back.
Who wants a Western grip? I got my list out. Who wants a Western grip? That's when you're pleasuring yourself and you turn your hand around so your thumb is facing towards you. It's the same grip that rodeo folks use, hence the Western grip. Let me see. How do you do that? How do you do it, Jason?
You put it up towards you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you pleasure towards you so that everything splashes on you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that ain't new.
Yeah, that's nothing new. Why do they have to give a name for that? Who wants a blumpkin? You need to find a real tramp to do this correctly. The directions say it involves having her pleasure you while you're on the toilet. So we were calling that the wrong thing, but that's a blumpkin. Oh. Yeah, you really do have to have a tramp or a woman who really loves you, regardless. A blumpkin. Now, we reviewed the donkey punch, right?
One more before we go. One more.
That's when she's on all fours, and right before you splash, you pull out and, violate the third input, and then punch her in the back of the head. Donkey punch. Hey, young Zoe, it makes you not ever want to have sex, right? It makes you treasure your virginity. Because the second a man gives you a donkey punch, you call Miss Wendy. And on that note, we're good to go.
What's the... Am I talking like a person? Yeah, okay, there you go. I had something in my throat. I should have dealt with that during the break. Can I tell you that we're in the last segment of the show tonight, and I'm still in segment 1 of my sheet? When the talk is flowing, that's when you have to get it out of your system. Sometimes you can have that... The door. Sometimes you have that writer's block. I mean, not writer's block, but speaking block. Is that something new? Did I just make that up? I think I did. It's so weird. Okay, anyway. Obamacare is where I was going next with this, with our talk for tonight. We just finished talking about the shutdown. If you missed it, you'll be able to catch it again tomorrow. Well, later on tonight at 11 o'clock right here on BeExposedRadio.com, as well as we repeat at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and 1 p.m. And then I'm all new again at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Okay, too excited. He's at the door. You got to open the door. He's probably sitting in his car. I apologize. Oh, I know what I was going with this. I wanted to know if anybody has actually gone through and completed a registration on the Affordable Care Act through the Maryland connection or any of the connections out there. I've actually gotten through. Look at this. I played with it yesterday. Matter of fact, it was yesterday morning. I was playing with it yesterday, and I just kept having to... It did kick me out like several times, and I just kept having to hit the refresh button, refresh, until it opened up. It let me register, but I could not select a plan. Now, I'm not down in the system like everybody else is and not giving it a chance. All systems, even when you are the best at information systems in the world, they all have problems. Now, the problem that we seem to be going through right now, like with the Maryland one, I'm not sure why it's doing that, because I don't know the backgrounds of their system, and I'm sure they're not going to open it up to me. Why would they? But I probably could fix the problem. Like, what are you doing that is making your system crash and, your page does not work? Do you need some more servers? Do you need some more bandwidth? What is it? What's going on? We should have purchased all of that up front. I mean, Comcast doesn't have a problem when we go in to pay our bills. Did you ask them? Verizon doesn't have problems when millions of people go on every month to pay their bills. Did you ask them what kind of website they have? I mean, come on. We got to do better. We got to be better. And it's always a possibility to achieve more. Don't try to break the door. No co-host?
Oh, no, he's sick.
Oh,
Next week.
that's gross. I'm glad he stayed home. So like I said, I actually managed to log on. And when I got in there, the ranges for insurance for me was like $137 to $400. Like I said, because I said on Facebook the other day that when most people in Maryland, if you have a low paying job, because it's based on your income. If you have a low paying job, you could pay between $30 and $60 for insurance. That's awesome. Who would not sign up? I don't even know what some of you people are waiting for. Oh, you couldn't get on because of the kinks in the site. I get it. It happens to the best of us. But like I said, my ranges was $137 to $400 based on my income. I'm thinking about switching. I'm thinking about leaving my company plan. Why not? Experts say that the insurance now in Obama versus the insurance before Obamacare went before October the 1st, the plans are actually better based on the mandate than the plans that you had prior to October the 1st. Between 3 states, 16,000+ people have signed up for Obamacare. Well, not Obamacare, but insurances through the exchanges. You got to realize too, you're not signing up for Obamacare. You're signing up to insurance companies, but through the Obamacare exchange programs. A lot of people think they're signing up like they're going to get an insurance card in the mail that says Obamacare on it. There's going to be a black man's face smiling at you with all teeth. It's not going to be him on the card. He's not going to be there. It's not going to say #Obamacare in the corner. It's not going to do that. He's actually going to still be running the shutdown. If you got any questions for me and you want to know any more about this Obamacare situation, you can text me 443-642-9403 or hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/TL.show or facebook.com/talk lately. Let's see if I can. You want to see if I can get through all of these before the show's over? I got 5 minutes. Chris Brown. He loves his Twitter wars. He's in another Twitter war right now with Perez Hilton and Wendy Williams. The Twitter war started because Perez Hilton went on to Wendy Williams' show yesterday and said that from an interview that Chris Brown did over in Britain that his virginity was taken away from him at the age of 8. Sounds like rape. But it wasn't because they were both minors. But the person that took his virginity should have knew better and can't. She was 14. Can you imagine?
Sound good to me.
That actually sounds gross to me. A 14-year-old girl with these big boobs on an 8-year-old.
Sound good to me.
At an with an 8-year-old mind, that sounds good to you.
Sounds good to me.
Hold on, let's turn this mic on.
It sounds
An
good
8-year-old
to me.
with his bird chest and little body,
Whatever.
and a girl that's 14 years old. Maybe she looked like him.
She didn't know any better, probably. They were experimenting. They didn't know.
That 14-year-old girl knew.
I don't think so.
At 14, she was in the 9th grade.
At
She
14,
knew.
nowadays, yes.
At 14, she was in the 9th grade.
She didn't know.
She didn't know what.
She didn't know what she was doing.
She was already finished with sexual education. That
Please,
was 7th
they
and 8th grade.
They weren't. A lot of schools were not teaching sexual education.
My sister was in those classes, so they were. They were teaching that.
Well, she was trying to learn.
That's gross.
Before she went out here and really exploded.
Anyway, that wasn't the point of the whole conversation, but
Get it, Chris.
no. Don't get it, Chris. Do not get it, Chris.
Get it.
Anyway, the war. He had some remarks to say about Perez Hilton and
You should have said something about Wendy Williams.
he said what? He should have said what?
You should have said something about Wendy Williams. I still have my doubts about her.
I don't get it. For what?
I think her name Wendell.
Anyway, moving on because that's not funny any longer. There's been a baby born and everything that looks just like her. So it's very hard to find something in an adoption house that looks just like you. I'm just saying.
Terrible.
All right, so he wrote. Chris Brown wrote that. Well, Perez started it off. I hope Chris Brown doesn't watch. I'm talking about him on at Wendy Williams' show today, and I'm going in. So later on, oh darn, did I cut it off?
Sure did.
I did. Oh no. Chris Brown said, "Thanks for the publicity. Your insecurities are manifested by your hatred. Princess Perez and Wicked Witch Wendy flunkies can't take advice from two buff chicks when one can't stand to look at herself without plastic surgery and the other is forever on his period." That's kind of deep.
Sounds good.
So Perez came back and said, basically, that's Queen Perez. Bow down, bitch. Sometimes, though, Perez has a lot of clout online. Not that it would destroy his career or anything like that, but, you know, a few choice words about what you did to Rihanna, or, you know, a few choice words about how you threw that chair out the window, and people will be hating you all over again. It's like sometimes you just gotta take it and just move on. Shut your mouth. You don't have. Well, shut your fingers. Ball them up in a fist. Well, we knew what that did. Stop typing. It's really, really good. All right, look. I didn't get a chance to get to all my stuff, but I wanted to talk to you guys about Kanye West. Well, I can give you this brief update real quick. Let me do that. Let me just run through it real quick. Kanye West, you know, he was in trouble for
What now?
fighting that, you know, beating up that photographer, and, you know, the photographer decided he wasn't going to press charges. Then Gloria Allred got involved. Dumbass bitch. And then she got involved, and he then decided to press charges. So the hearing was a couple days ago, and the judge ordered him to stay 10 yards away from Daniel Ramos. There was also a request that Kanye West attend anger management. That was denied. My problem is, why is it that every time somebody gets in trouble for a fight or something like that, they want them to go to anger management after you annoyed them? Anger is a feeling, and it's a natural feeling when you irritate me. Now, say, for instance, you know, because every time I come out of the airport, the photographers are there, and I just stand up, take pose, and take the pictures. But when he comes out of the airport, he goes off because he doesn't want to be photographed. Not everybody wants to be in the spotlight like that, and don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. Look at me, somebody that owns something called Be Exposed Radio, saying they don't deserve it. I'm out of here. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Well, I'm here too, because Let's Talk is next.